Welcome all. This time I have VanDerDorf as the Japanese in green spawning on the west, and on the east we have Flash as the Mongols in yellow. So this is going to be interesting. Both civilizations have a huge opportunity to do feudal play, or excuse me, have a huge opportunity to do Dark Age play. The Japanese with early samurai, and the Mongols, as a lot of you know. If you don't, they are experts at tower rushing in the Dark Age. Grab the Uvu, drop in early barracks, and the ants go marching 2 by 2 until you win. Well, not necessarily. You either make your opponent rage quit because you just dropped 4 towers, you have 14 spears in the Dark Age, and you're about to hit feudal, or you just applied so much pressure that you're going into feudal while they're still in Dark Age, or severely crippled going into feudal. So we'll see what ends up happening here. Keep in mind that on this map, all the big gold reserves are in the center of the map. So that's going to be an interesting fight, considering Mongols do not have walls. They have the ability to spam the crap out of towers though, and just put as many cannon emplacements as they possibly can. A good thing to note are that these spawns for the trade posts are amazing. So we have it pretty close to the edge for the Mongol player, and for the Japanese player, I think it's a little closer for our Japanese player than it is for our Mongol. This is about a square, 2 squares, as we're with the Japanese, it's 1. So we could see trade coming through and being huge if the Japanese isn't able to apply any sort of counter pressure. We have our first 2 spears on the field, 2 villagers. He's going to go for that cannon, or not cannon rush. That's what Protoss do. He's going to go for the tower rush on VanDerDorf's gold. How he reacts to this, how VanDerDorf reacts to this is going to set precedent for the rest of the game. If he's able to hold this, then he should be able to go into feudal at a pretty decent time. If not, okay, so the tower rush came in pretty late. It's pretty delayed. He's still able to get his feudal timing, dropping down the Kura storehouse way back here, already setting up walls too to prevent any other type of feudal right on top, or any other type of tower rushing right on top of deers as well. He did keep 2 on gold in order to try to farm out as much as he can before the tower comes up and before more spears are able to do any real damage to him. A little bit of a poke with his con. It's only what, 2 damage? Yeah, 2 damage, nothing to really be concerned about. The eagle goes through. Is he gonna be, he pulls just in time. Almost lost the villager right there, able to keep it alive with 3 health. Flash, on the other hand, does overextend a little bit and gets one of his spears picked off. He was using the gur in the back to try to gather up some of the sheep. He already has 5 there, plus probably another 4 that he picked up. Feudal comes through for our Japanese player. Second tower's coming up. It is within TC range. It's not like the TC is going to be able to burn it down even if you were to put villagers in there. He has 2 villagers building it. Even if it was just 1, it wouldn't make a difference. But considering he was able to get into feudal basically uncontested, that's a really, really good thing. Walls are pretty much done. Actually, the wall is done. The wood line covers the rest of it, so he's fully walled off on his south side. He has a gold all the way in the back. let's see if he's scouted. Yeah, he has scouted his gold, so he knows it's there. And we have the silver tree coming up for our Mongol player. Even if you were to do it straight from his base, move this over to the Uvu and start getting double production on his traders, that's good enough. He doesn't necessarily have to bring it all the way back here. He's gonna get solid trade from his spawn already, from his spawn location already. If he wants to drop it, he'll get probably an extra 20 gold maybe, but then his trade wouldn't be completely protected. With the amount of pressure he is applying, or with the amount of pressure he did apply, he should be going for that double trader production though. Let's see what has he scouted. He doesn't even know that his trade post is there yet. He has full vision over the main TC, and that's pretty much it. He goes for a little bit of a run by just to scout, see what's going on in the back, and he's gonna notice that his double tower rush really didn't do much of anything. VanDerDorf was able to get his get to feudal fairly quickly, or well, fairly standard time. He has a ton of villagers back here. The main thing that those two TCs, or those two towers, accomplished was increasing the walk distance. That's pretty much it. I doubt he's going to be losing a villager. There's no way he loses that villager. Actually, it looks like he's going to lose that villager. The Khan has done more than 2 towers. He gets 2 kills with that Khan, even while one of the villagers was secure under tower. He will lose this Khan now. He's not going to be able to get a 3rd. That was a solid attempt. The Khan will respawn though. They always do. For free. No upgrades coming through for our Japanese player. He has a decent setup back here. Lots of food. The farms come in every 45 seconds for free. He has a berry bush secured. 2 berry bushes secured. And a deer as well. Plus he's gathering his boar already. Now with Flash, he did decide to put his trade post, his silver tree, further away. Do we have any traders out yet? I don't think we do. No, not a single trader out yet. I would have preferred just leaving it here for the double production and then dropping a market back here. Especially since he's not even utilizing his silver tree yet. Nothing going north, nothing going south yet. Towers are still, or this tower is still under fire. That's going to take forever to kill, 1 shot at a time. Just another 643 arrows until it dies. 620 arrows until this one. A little bit of a burn down coming over here at the gate with 5 spears. VanDerDorf already has a little bit of an army as well. It's 10-5 at the moment, 28 to 31 villagers. 3 villager kills for our Mongol player. So he's going off of 3 racks. I wonder if he's going to be going into castle anytime soon, as our Mongol players going into his Kurutai already. So straight into a fast castle off of a tower rush, which is pretty standard for how Mongols play. The major difference being is they generally would have a couple traders going through by now. Anywhere between, depending on how heavy they're going into it, they'd have 2 to 8 traders, active traders. Right now, he doesn't have a single one. Now with our Japanese player, he's just dropping more barracks, anticipating the fast castle. This is something. Oh, garrison your units! Garrison your units! Garrison the villagers! Now, he could have potentially got 2 spears right there easily. And instead of having to deal with 3, he'd only have to deal with 2. Regardless, he still has army advantage, so it's not like he would have lost any villagers right there. Plus the storehouse does garrison units too. He's already moved a lot of his units. He has 8 here, just trying to siege down siege down one of the barracks. He won't be able to. 2 men-at-arms are going to be coming out right now. He's backing off with 2 crossbows out. So 4 men-at-arms, 2 crossbows that were just getting double produced. He's taking this fight, which isn't good for him whatsoever. There's a Kurotai there, and there's men-at-arms. That was not a good fight for him. It's still a 22-7 lead. He's up 15. That closed quickly. So he's up 13 army. He's down 5 villagers. There's been 4 vill kills so far for our Mongol player. He's gonna be pushing across now. I'm not sure what VanDerDorf is gonna be doing at the moment, or what he could potentially do at the moment. Sieging down 1 tower, which is good at least. That way he's not getting any free damage in. That way the Mongol player isn't getting any free damage in on him during fights. The Khan is back, has been back for a while, and just getting a lot of free pot shots in on the poor little geisha right there. Second tower goes down. The Kurotai is on its way. And this is going to be one hell of a push coming through for our Mongol player. Yeah, he is outnumbered, but the Kurotai will be healing his units the entire time he's in castle with men-at-arms, crossbows, going up against 14 geishas, 10 samurai, 1 katana bannerman, and 1 spear. And that is such a greedy position for the Kurotai. Geishas are baiting away a little bit, trying to get the man-at-arms out of position. Armor goes off. Geishas are engaging with the man-at-arms, trying to pull back, trying to pick off the crossbows as much as he can. This is a really good fight. Splitting off those crossbows to let the samurai and the rest of the geisha just deal with the man-at-arms was really, really well done. He has a little bit of an army in the back still. Well, 2 units in the back to engage. The rest of the Mongol players' units are getting healed up little by little, trickling in as well. 2 more men-at-arms, another crossbow. So it looks like he's going for a 2-1, just doubling out as many men-at-arms as he can. 2 crossbows in queue. Is that our first trader? Sorry for that camera jolt. So we have about 3 traders active at the moment. Flash decides to move his Kurotai from that extremely greedy location, that greedy push location, down towards the crew's storehouse. He's gonna be trying to burn down that wall. Let's check how many traders there are. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4. So there's 4 traders active, and they're not actually being sent. They're not being sent to the trade post for some reason. Now is it? Yeah, he ended up fixing it. Okay, so 52 gold at the moment off of 5 traders now. There should be 5 traders now. He's continuing to push in. VanDerDorf just hit castle. He'll be getting his veterancy upgrades for his samurai and most likely his geisha as well. His geishas will be able to do really, really well against this if you were to get a critical number of them in order to push through, but he still has to be wary of the Kurotai healing. A free couple pot shots go off right there on one of the geishas instead of the samurai. He'll need a full wraparound on the crossbows if he wants to stand a chance in this fight. He does move forward, try to snipe them off. Nice little choke right there for the crossbows. Doesn't end up finishing the tower right there. Pulls back, sending his villagers again. Goes through. That was a really close engagement that he had right there. He was only able to pick off 1, maybe 2 of the crossbows that were just picking at him. Good game gets called by VanDerDorf, and our Mongol player takes the win. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time.